Hey guys, welcome back to RetroPhones to another video. This is a very short one. I don't know, I'll try to make them 5 minutes or less because I think that's what's the most popular amount or length for a video and application. Okay, this is the S500 from Sony Ericsson. It is basically a W580 without Walkman features. So it's pretty much the same design. The front changes a little bit. We do not have the Walkman key, as you can see. This unit in specific, or well, at least this one, is okay, I would say. I mean, it's missing its whole battery cover, and this part is also not from this model. But hey, at least it's working. The camera works kind of. I'll show you what I mean in a bit. But other than that, there's no problem with it. I mean, it's quite decent for, again, please remember I do get these off of flea markets, so they're not going to be in tip-top condition or like new or mint. I mean, you could call it mint for a phone from 2007. That's right. In 2 years, this phone will be 20 years old. Now, I wouldn't be surprised if this phone is actually a bit older than some of you that might end up watching this video. So if that's the case, please let me know down below. The keys in this model and the W580 would break quite often, just like that, in half, because since the keys themselves are quite small, we would end up typing with our nails, which would end up cracking the keys just like that. Another thing that would happen, well, these guys would lose their back plates because it would become loose from taking them out and, well, from taking it off and putting it back on. Now, why would people do that to these phones? I don't know. It was quite common to have a battery or two, in your bag. So, but I mean, to be fair, these guys used to last at least 2 days on a single charge, using them normally. So what would happen is that you would carry a battery or two in your backpack, and oh, my battery's out, just swap it in, and you'd have like another 2 days. And then when you get the chance, you would charge the other battery. But yeah, I think from taking the cover on and off, that's why it got loose, and that's why many of these phones that I have found do not have their back covers. Now, this one I got lucky. It works pretty well, as I mentioned. I'll show you guys the menu here in a bit. You can see messaging, entertainment. This is like it depends on your carrier. It would have like a little portal to their internet area. Play now, the camera, messaging, music player, which is not the Walkman music player, alarms, contacts, file manager. We've got calls, organizer, and settings. Now, this guy was launched back in 2007, a 2-inch display with a 240 by 320 resolution, which would give around a 200 ppi. And for the time, this looked quite sharp. I mean, I remember looking at one. I didn't have this one or the 580 back when I was growing up. I had the W300 and the W200, and they were, lower resolution. So when I saw one of these guys out in the wild from, I think a classmate had it, well, yeah, it looked quite good. I'll show you some of the light effects that would turn on when you would get a call. Now, there's quite a bit, so I'm not going to probably put them all in here because this would take a lot, so let's just put some colors. So what would happen is you would choose one of these light colors, and when you got a call, well, the sides would light up in the pattern that you chose. It looks quite cool. Even today, I think it's a really nice detail, and also they would light up with some music, or when you played music. In terms of how it feels, the menu, everything feels quite slick, quite fast. As you can see, the animations, they're on point, literally no problem. There's no stuttering. So you could tell this one was, a bit above your other Sony Ericssons in terms of how good it felt. Now, it's obviously all plastic, so you're going to get some creaking here and there if you're pressing a bit too hard. And I'll show you guys the music player because, again, this is not the Sony Ericsson music player, Walkman. It's just a music player. The screen is very bright. As you can see, it basically blows out the image, so I have to try and get it like that, but then it darkens all the way. I mean, I guess that's better than not being able to see the screen. And these are some tracks that are included. Now, some of these, I'm guessing, have copyright, so I'm not going to play those. But I have Scarlet Fire here, which again, I'm going to be trying. I also have a couple other songs that I am posting to TikTok, how they sound on this, so you could find us there. And let's try Scarlet Fire to show you guys the loudspeaker. Now, it is blown out. Again, this is something that happens a lot to old phones because people would not care that much for their speakers, or speakers weren't that resistant to being blown out. I don't know if that's a word. it's not bad concerning its age. I mean, nearly 20-year-old phone. Now I'll show you guys the video camera because this unit specifically, it doesn't allow me to take pictures. I don't know why. If I click capture, it doesn't save it. So yeah, I'm sorry about that, but I can definitely record a video and I will send it via Bluetooth to the phone I'm recording with, and I'll show you guys how this looks after we finish recording. There we go, 2 megapixels. Now, I'm not quite sure what this is recording in terms of the video quality, but hey, it was video back in the day. This wasn't so common. I mean, look at that. The frame rate is probably 15, I would say, maybe a bit more. I honestly don't know. There we go. It's decent. I mean, again, for 2007 standards, remember that the original iPhone did not record a video. It just had photo capability. So yeah, this was above that iPhone from back in the day. So there we go. That's a video with the W580, the S500. Let's stop that. And right now you should see a jump cut to that video if I was able to get it off of this phone. We finished recording. There we go. 2 megapixels. Now, I'm not quite sure what this is recording in terms of the video quality, but hey, it was video back in the day. This wasn't so common. I mean, look at that. The frame rate is probably 15, I would say, maybe a bit more. I honestly don't know. There we go. It's decent. I mean, again, for 2007 standards, remember that the original iPhone did not record a video. It just had photo capability. So yeah, this was above that iPhone from back in the day. So there we go. That's a video with the W580, the S500. So now you have probably already seen the video. If I did, if not, this will look very, very weird, but I think I should be able to get it. So all in all, it's a pretty nice looking phone. I mean, you can see the little flower design we had right there, leaves, 2 megapixels, slider are always nice phones, although they are delicate in terms of their flex cables. They can get messed up quite easily, so I would suggest if you found one and it's working, try to keep it closed as much as possible, because if you open it a lot, there's always a chance for the flex cable to snatch on something and to basically, if it has a tiny tear, it's game over. You're gonna have to buy a new one, unless you know how to fix flex cables. In that case, I mean, no problem, Another thing that would happen to these guys, this is basically the LCD right here, so, or the TFT screen. This is just, I mean, there's no protective layer, there's nothing, that's the screen, so any flaw could crack this. It was actually something that happened very, very often to this model because, again, the screen is just basically there. There's nothing to protect it. Now, right now, we are used to screens being basically like that. I mean, this is basically the screen. There's nothing there. But for the longest time, we used to have that the screen was behind a plastic protective layer, which would help out in that, in that scenario. But in this case, no. That's the screen. So if you drop this and it falls onto something, that's it. Game over. That was the Sony Ericsson S500. Let me know if you had one of these or if you had the W580. Again, thank you very much for watching these videos. If you guys want to see gameplays, or, I mean, not gameplays, but like game demos of popular Java era games, I'll be more than happy to show you guys that. Just let me know in the comments. I'll make dedicated videos for those. Or, well, I'll make videos for the games, maybe top 10, top 20 for a certain month. I don't know. I'll figure it out because these videos are actually very long in their own self, And I'm not even going into detail. I mean, a lot of detail for the phones. I'm basically just showcasing them. That screen looks amazing even today. The light up effects, everything. But yeah, let me know what you think of this phone. It's a pretty cool one. Let me know if you have one still, if it still works. And I'll see you guys in another video. Thank you very much for watching. Please like, share, and subscribe if you like this type of content. And I will get better at it. Again, English is not my first language. I feel I should mention that. And yeah, thank you for watching. I've been just going off track so long, but yeah, thank you very much for watching, and I'll see you guys in the next one. Take care.